if you look about the nightlife in Berlin, and we're talking about sexual parties, that is, if you look gay parties when only men are attending, and then they are for sexual reasons, and
can you name a place?
I'm not part of the gay community.
Relationship don't last here.
No, there are no
Every
relationships.
family break up here.
I don't know any.
If you bring your family from wherever country you come from, here in Berlin, just be ready to look for another apartment because you're definitely gonna leave. I'm telling you, I'm telling you the truth. You won't stay for even 3 months. If you stay for 3 months, then it's the grace of God.
So are you trying to tell me, I cannot get married? For me to find a partner to get married to in Berlin, I need to move away.
Bro,
get out of Berlin.
Men are distracted. I'm not capping.
You need to come to Hamburg then.
Is it different?
Hamburg also is dense.
It's getting there. Alright guys, welcome again to the Onlyfacts Podcast, and today we're having a very heated up topic. Today's topic, someone should come and cool this fire. It's gonna get heated up in here because we are diving into the topic, men and women who cheats more, and we are joined with Julia. We've had Julia in one of our episodes, and we've had Flex. Flex, it's nice to have you here again on the Onlyfacts studio. And of course, as always, Laurent, oh my god, I'm having problems pronouncing your name, literally. I don't know if it's either something to do with my tongue or becoming too German. But
maybe so, I think so.
But yeah, again, the week has been lovely, and yeah, how have you been?
Yeah, I've been great actually. At least the weather is getting better now, so I feel more lively. So that's good.
That's good. Great. Yeah, I mean, nothing really unexpected.
All right. Yeah, sorry. We're doing a little bit romance. Yeah, sorry.
I'm not gonna leave you out.
Thank you.
I'll start with you. Welcome again, and how are you doing?
Doing amazing. Very happy to be here visiting you again in Berlin.
Awesome.
So ready to have a great time.
Ready to get heated out. Yeah, and of course, ready to flex.
Yeah.
How has the week been for you?
Good. I mean, the weather is a little bit depressing, but I mean, nevertheless, we are alive.
We are alive.
Yeah, we are.
We need to.
We need to
stay alive
in a way. Yeah. And of course, a little bit around the bush. We have an elephant in the room here, and we want to break it down.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll start with Yulia. The question in the room, it's about men and women and cheating.
Yeah.
And to phrase it correctly, men and women, who cheats more?
Being honest, in my opinion, I think men cheat more, absolutely.
I don't want to get into the facts of why. I want to reserve that for later. But before that, okay, Flake, men and women, who cheat more?
I think women cheat more.
Thank you.
Fascinating.
Okay. Thank you. At least I'm glad to be we're on the same side.
Exactly. Is that your opinion too?
That's your opinion.
That's my opinion. That's my opinion. But I'll leave it to you, though.
Okay. I think I think now this is more reason why I want to get why they cheat more. But I think me historically may have cheated more, and I believe it's still on that trend as it is right now. We haven't crossed over yet.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen the gap narrowing? Have you heard of the statistics showing that the gap is narrowing?
Yeah, true. No, I absolutely believe the gap is narrow because people, for some reason, they say we are getting more civilized. I don't see a reason why that should be translated to cheating more. Absolutely crazy for me, but I think there's like a lot of reasons I can get into now, but I don't want to mess up the conversation for now. So let's start from
Julia.
I just want to get Flextu.
You want to get Flextu? Flex is how we do. Tell us why.
Yeah, the reason why I think that is that we're living in the era where women are often going for what they want. Do you understand? They back then in our parents' time, women are loyal, very, very loyal to men, and men were the one doing the whole thing. This is where the men cheat more came from. Okay. And people don't want to let it go. They want to keep it that way, and I'm saying, no, it has changed. All right. Nowadays, women, there's also feminism, all right? Most of this feminism, some people misunderstand it. They want to use it like, okay, men are like blocks, like we are against men. So for that reason, all right, they feel like, okay, men are bad. Automatically men are bad. But that's not the point. The point is, women are often going for what they want. In this era, what women are doing is, first of all, we have to take some certain type of women. There are women who are into physical appearance. There are women who are into money. All right? You like a man for being rich, and also you like a man because he's handsome and cute. Do you understand? And meanwhile, we as men, if we cheat, we often want to actually apologize.
You sure?
Or like I said before, we can also be caught, all right, on the process, But women, they keep it to themselves. You understand? They keep it to themselves. And don't judge me because I say women cheat more. That's my opinion, all right? But we live in Berlin, and Berlin, because of my experiences in Berlin, make me actually think that this is a direction it's going right now, because more often time I've seen women saying, I have a guy, but this guy look beautiful and I want to get down with him tonight. Do you understand? Things like that, I went to my country and everybody want to get down with you if you have money. Do you understand? Yeah. So it's two things. In Berlin, they want to get down with you with your physical appearance. If you're beautiful, 100% they want to be with you. You get it? But in Nigeria, for example, they don't care about your pot belly. Once you have the money, they want to be with you.
All they need is money.
All they need is the money. Do you understand? Yeah. So,
what is best?
What is best?
What is best from the two that you're saying?
People you should love people for the intellectuality. Do you understand? If you meet someone, you need to get to know them first of all and know how intelligent they are before you would even think of living with them. All right? But now women are into materialistic things.
But it's so sad. It's so sad. No one is into, not a lot of people are into, your intellect, though. I mean, that would have been nice. Then I would have gone for my PhD and just to be.
That's what I'm saying. Right? Now people are into what they want. Mostly women. Yeah. If they want it, they go for it. They don't care. Yeah. And now the big issue is women wants to be the leader. They want to be the one. Back then it was men. Men are the head, all right? But now, because of feminism, right, women has all the power, all right? They have
I won't say all the power.
Not really all the power, but yeah, exactly. But not really all the power, but I'm just using if something happened between the two of us here, who is gonna get really attacked more?
Socially. Yeah.
It's me as a man. Because I'm the masculine, So that's the issue. You get it.
But Julia, judging from your look,
from my expression
right now, I would see
there is a lot of things you can say about that. But the topic is who cheats the most. Why? No, a man. Why cheat? The question is why cheat? Why men cheating? What are men cheating? And what are the reason the woman cheat?
That's what I'm saying. I just give you some facts.
I think that men cheat because of desire.
You're right.
And women cheat because they may find a different satisfaction. Or probably they feel unsatisfied about something. Yeah. If you're in a relationship, probably if you not feel happy in that relationship, it is when women will cheat. Okay. Men will cheat not because they are not feeling comfortable in that relationship, because of desire, because there is something very attractive that they want to consume in that moment.
But not all men.
Not all men. But we're talking about experience, so that's my point of view. My experience.
Okay. Unfortunately, statistics back up what Julia says that men, up to now, traditionally men have cheated more than women, and even up to now, though the gap is narrowing, but still statistics still prove that men cheat more. Okay. In Berlin right now.
And you used to believe women cheat more, basically.
In my own opinion, I believe women cheat more, but I cannot go against the statistics. So it is my own opinion.
I can tell you how. If you look about the nightlife in Berlin, and we're talking about sexual parties, that is, if you look gay parties when only men are attending. and they're there for sexual reasons. And
can you name a place?
I'm not part of the game. I'm gonna say, what is the level of sex in the sexual parties, the gay community? What is the level of sex in lesbian parties? So put only woman with woman.
Crazy. I haven't thought about it.
Woman with woman, and tell me how much the connection is driven by sex. And put men with men and tell me how much the connection is driven by sex.
The truth is
fascinating. Actually, fascinating. I don't know. I've never really, talked about it.
I feel now. I've never been to a gay party before, so I don't even make use of that.
You want to get invited?
I'm not a gay, so I can get to that. I don't have to, but I've got like some bad experiences when it comes to. There was one time in a gay bar, and most of the gay guys they don't care. They might just touch you even if you don't want
Maybe
to.
it's you.
Yeah.
Maybe it's you.
I must disagree. I mean, in your own opinion, I don't think every gay person really goes around touching.
I'm talking about my experience.
It's experience.
It's my experience. Right? So that experience gave me like a little bit of distance from the community. You get it? Because I don't know. It might be that the people. This is a personal thing. The character. But to go back to the topic, I like to make one thing clear. Cheating is a character. Every human being has cheating in them.
Talent.
Every human being has cheating in them. Every adult, right? Don't get me wrong. Every adult has cheating in them, all right? It doesn't, whether man or woman, all right? But it's just like every adult has the chance to smoke cigarette. But you choose not to smoke.
Okay.
You're right? Mm-hmm. Just like me. Other guys choose not to cheat. But the only problem why people think men cheat more is because men are more loud.
In cheating?
About it.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Then a woman can cheat with you. That's why women are dangerous when it comes to cheating. A woman can cheat on you like the rest of your life.
Because it's what I said. Woman cheat because in satisfaction. Then you're looking for something that is not meat into your happiness. That's why you ended up. Because if you're really happy, I think women will put themselves in that situation because we do not have this excess sexual drive. When men will cheat for something really easy and bored.
No, I wanted to finish because I want to ask one question.
Let's let Julia finish.
What I was saying, that I think men cheats by passion and a moment of flame, and then rather later on will regret and will make it loud because you are in pain for what you have done. Yeah. If a woman decides to cheat, I have thought about that decision for a long time. And I have come to that decision knowing exactly what are the pros and the cons and why this is a win-win position for me. Men will cheat in a moment of burst, and then you will be crying the next day. And you're unable to swallow that, and that's why you call it loud. No, what you call out is regret.
So can I ask one question though? So just before we go to Livingstone and then to Flextu. So my question is, if you've thought deep and hard about it, and you know you're missing something from whatever you're having, why don't you just leave and go get what you're looking for? Why cheat and then stay at what you think is giving you pain? In there as well,
it's always very difficult, right, to break up with someone. There is many things. You can ask everyone who's going through a breakup how difficult it is to take the decision and do it through. That's most. So cheating is an easy solution. That's why it's cheating.
Yeah, I mean, it's a solution when you don't, get caught. So that's why they said it's deeper for women. Like it's more secretive for women when they cheat as well, because you want to have everything.
That's why people don't know about it. People just feel true. Men are the ones in the picture. We take the blame.
It's why statistically, because also men are easier to answer it as well. But it doesn't mean I see, but for me though, I still think, men cheat more because for me it's easy drive basically. Easy drive. So you can be somewhere, with friends hanging out basically, and then you just make your decision on the spot, and then you just, and then you fuck it up, and then that's it. Right, and then that's it. And so for women, I think they get to be much more cautious. So it makes it difficult. and you need to they need to work on it a little bit as well. Not all. Sometimes it's still spontaneously as well. Yeah, but not as spontaneous as guys most of the time, because we might not be thinking about it when we left home, and then then you just get to you just see someone pretty,
and I know you bring a lot from your point of view coming from Nigeria. I come from Spain, so my point of view is very European. But again, how many daddies around having multiple families at the same time?
It's a choice.
It's a choice.
It's not accidentally. Everybody who has that multiple.
This guy's having a lot of money.
It's a choice.
And this is happening here, happening in Germany, happening in any kind of generation.
Some people don't have discipline.
Men still cheat even for generation, even having their kids raised by different women.
No, but isn't it But isn't it easier to accept if the man is having another family than a woman having someone else's baby, and then and then telling you this is your kid and you guys are in a marriage forever and forever and ever, and then luckily we discovered DNA and then now people are able to test. Now we're finding out more people. These are not their kids, basically.
But how many women have parallel families secretly?
No, because it's
good question.
It's almost impossible.
Almost impossible. How many men have parallel families secretly?
A lot.
Okay, no more questions.
But coming back to Berlin.
But this is what we're saying though. That's why if men cheat is louder than when women cheat, because the thing is you can be married and then you can cheat outside, but you're still in that marriage. Yeah, and you can even
men are fathering kids that isn't theirs.
I don't know that many.
I mean,
not that I know. Actually, zero.
Zero.
How many have you known?
I cannot tell you. You read from statistics.
Should I give you the statistics again?
Read the statistics.
Because
statistics will probably be wrong.
Changes when there's a protest. A statistic just stays there. It stays there like that. But I'm telling you, as a human, and an individual, and an adult, I've lived so long in this world to have experienced life, to tell you exactly my experiences.
But I want to bring this to Berlin. In Berlin, in your own view, in Berlin, who cheats more in Berlin?
You live in Berlin. You know the answer.
I don't know the answer. I know the answer. I don't want to say.
You know the answer.
Who cheats more in Berlin?
I call it a flat city.
It's a flex city.
Flat city. All right. Like everybody wants to party. Everybody wants to have fun, and relationships don't last here.
No, there are no relationships.
Every family break up here.
I don't know any.
If you bring your family from wherever country you come from, here in Berlin, just be ready to look for another apartment, because you're definitely gonna leave. I'm telling you, I'm telling you the truth. You won't stay for even 3 months. If you stay for 3 months, then it's the grace of God.
So are you trying to tell me, I cannot get married? For me to find a partner to get married to in Berlin, I need to move away.
Bro,
get out of Berlin.
Women are distracted. Men are distracted. I'm not capping.
Do you need to come to Hamburg then?
Is it different?
Hamburg also is dense.
It's getting there.
Yeah.
It's getting there where Berlin is right now.
I'm telling you. So the other places you can go is those small villages. Those small villages where people are isolated. That's where you can survive with your family.
And I'm telling you, in those small villages, still you will find men cheating.
Because let's be realistic, right? Men, sometimes we shouldn't just blame men for cheating. Sometimes the women don't do it right at home.
Okay.
No, to be honest.
In terms of what?
This cheating thing. See, women, sex for women is like a gold.
Okay.
They pay attention to it a lot.
Okay.
Don't get me wrong. Women, if you ask them, sometimes you ask women, what do you bring for the table? On the table. They say, I bring my body. What the hell? When a man brings money, you bring your body. What does your body have to do with what you bring on the table? Right? Sex is pleasure between two adults. You understand? They don't see it as pleasure. They see it as helping you as a man to clear your urge.
Oh.
Did you get it? And
No.
this is the problem.
No, I disagree.
Julia, you disagree.
I
But this is
disagree. Can I make you?
Julia, you can jump in.
Yeah. Can I ask you?
Yeah.
Have you ever cheated?
If I ever cheated,
Yes.
it's a personal thing. I don't cheat. No. Cheating is a character. And me, I don't smoke, I don't drink, and cheating is one thing I don't do.
It's not part of your career.
It's not part of my career. You know?
And back to your statement from before. What do you bring
But
to
have you
the
ever
table?
cheated too?
One time.
Okay, good.
And
Be honest.
actually, we spoke about that with the person I was, and he said that he understands because the point of our relationship was what is ending. He was not giving me what I needed. So mature relationship actually,
And then you cheated.
because I said it was ending.
We're not even in position to judge anyone.
I'm not
But-
No. No, honestly, I don't think it's anything to judge about, basically.
But I want to get into, did you feel bad after?
Yeah, of course.
Everybody feels bad when they cheat.
I mean, the
Then
people who cheat and they don't feel
cheated.
bad.
Everybody.
That means you cheated.
No, it's just the feeling. It's the way it
That
is.
was very honest and direct.
Everybody
And me
feels bad when they
here,
cheat.
I'm putting myself to the position to be
I see it
honest.
because it's dishonesty. So if I do something wrong, definitely I feel bad. Except you're a bad person.
So I want to ask though. So basically, from your guys' perspective, so what do you consider cheating, right? Because I think some people some people talk about emotional teaching as well, which which I don't think is super relevant, but I think for some people is important as well. So if your partner is flirting with someone else, right, over the phone or via conversation, right, do you see that as cheating as well? Or for you, cheating, or it's the only emphasis of cheating is if they've had sex?
No. I think that cheating is anything that puts you on the radar of being interested by another person. That's already cheating.
Okay.
Because being in a relationship means staying loyal to someone. Anything that drifts from that, for me, I consider cheating. But obviously, there is many levels. And here in Germany, kind of, it's a little bit blurry because the most Germans I know, they have these open relationships. I keep knowing people with these open relationships. I think it's kind of a solution for me. So following that topic about cheating, we can interpret that from the divorce rates. So who has, do you think, the highest divorce rates into same-sex marriage or gay couple or lesbian couple globally?
Lesbian couple.
You think lesbian couple? What do you think? Same-sex marriage, men with men, divorce rates, woman with woman divorce rate, or a straight couple, who has the highest divorce rate?
I've not really checked what statistics say about gay and for real. But I know there's a lot of. Berlin there's a lot of divorces.
But who has the highest? What do you think?
I don't know. I would say straight.
What do you think, Lorenzo?
I would say straight.
So for who has more divorce rate, for me, I think straight, to be honest. Because usually I also read something at one point in time, or I heard it at the podcast where it said, guys and guys that married, they're happier because because they understand each other's better. And then when a woman, when it's women and women, there's always one part where you have like the dominant person who's behaving more masculine,
exactly.
And then the person start getting angry, just like a man would get angry. In a relationship, when one is coming out, because of that. So that was just something I saw.
That's a good idea, but exactly one of the facts.
So that's where I'm going with. Usually straight couples.
I would say straight, but it's not a fact.
And gay couple have more.
I've seen some gay couple getting into fight, and it's not. It's not easy. I won't recommend saying two men getting angry to each other, but getting to the fact. I can tell you facts.
How are you?
Divorce rates. The lowest divorce rates is same-sex gay couple.
The lowest
is the people who, when they get married, they stay together.
So I was this close.
Heterosexuals, so men, woman is in the middle, and highest divorce rate, that is 34%, is lesbian couples.
Is that close? I knew it.
Divorce.
Exactly what I just said.
Divorce.
It's easy.
I think it goes on. The statistics globally is 34 for lesbian couples, 19 for same-sex marriage, and
That's
15
for men Yeah.
Man and woman, and 15 for gay. So 2 men is the ones only have 15% from everyone getting married.
Do you know the reason why men women have the more?
I don't know the reason, but I can come to a conclusion, and I think not why the woman is more, but why same-sex 2 men is less. Because I think in the gay community there is a lot of openness with sexual freedom, and it's very well accepted. So it's very well accepted to not wanting to commit. So I think that when 2 men fall in love and they decided to put themselves into marriage and be together, they really went to any other possibility and they chose this one, they stay with them. Because the offering in the gay community is so big to have any kind of thing. And I think a woman, or for the experience I have from my lesbian couples friend, they jump quickly into a relationship. And that's maybe why after some time they would feel that is not what they were expecting and eventually divorce. Because they jump into that quicker.
You even have experiences. Me, I don't have no experience. I only know about straights, So that's the reason why I said straight.
Well,
but
straights
I'm overwhelmed that just like female gay couples would be more.
I was surprised too when I saw the statistics.
Crazy. Yeah. I mean, I would have imagined all along straight people, because those people get divorced like nothing. It's like they'll be lying. It's like, they'll be like, let's arrange this day and go to court and get divorced. I mean, like all of them will be like, we're gonna choose the same day.
And then I think you were about to ask me what will I bring on the table?
Yes, it's true. You were talking about bringing to the table. So what men bring to the table? What do you bring to the table?
What will I bring on the table? It's usually like every man has responsibility to take care of the household. All right, at least 80%.
80% of what?
Of your income. When it comes to the house. Like taking care of the kids and other things. Also, on that part should be 50-50.
So I'm curious, because I need to ask this question, right? So if you feel as a man you need to, fulfill all of this responsibility, do you think that gives you a leeway to be like, I'm the dominant person in this household? I should be,
I assume dominant as.
I mean, what technically, like, having the freedom to do way more than you than your partner, basically.
Partner, I would definitely would love to support. Do you understand? Because I'm not that kind of. I don't know how you explain your being dominant. I'm not really when it comes to dominance.
So when I mean dominant, I don't mean like being like a terrible person. I mean being like what we consider like from like the traditional days, basically, right? Where we're always like man's the head of the household. And what people take that as, is you have more freedom to do whatever you like or whatever you want.
That can only happen if you're paying 100%.
No.
It's why I'm asking you here. If you think you're having the responsibility, does that give you the freedom to think about that precisely?
Relationship, I really don't think it has to do with anything like that. It needs to be between understanding. You understand?
All right, I get what you mean. Okay.
So it doesn't matter how much you bring to the table. You just need to respect whoever you're with. You know what I mean? And this is how I say it.
But do you really think in today's society, especially here in Germany, men are still bringing 80% of the income?
Because there are too many
households.
There are too many nice and educated women who feels it's too much for the man and they want to support. And that's the reason why.
But do you think still men are bringing 80% of the income of a household?
There are men who are doing that. There are women who don't work.
But how many on a scale from?
No, that's not true.
Because I think there are less.
Of course, because women should work also.
I mean, they do already.
Yeah.
I understand what he's saying. He's not saying that.
What I'm saying is that there are women who are saying like, hey, it's too much. All right, I need to support my man. Do you understand? And this kind of women are our target.
No, I think this is a very old mentality still.
Really?
Yes, I think it's not like that.
So
happening.
What's your?
I think that at least in every relationship I've been, I brought 50% of the income, if not more, than the man I was with.
That's interesting.
Yes, because I have a job that supports that, and it's what I want to do. Obviously, because I have the capacity.
So you brought 50%
of the income.
I'm
talking about income.
So what about him?
Also, the other 50%.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. If a woman have the opportunity to bring 50%, fine. All right, there are women who are saying, "Hey, just listen to me." There are women who are saying, "Oh, 50%, 80% is too much." All right, but I need to help this man, And there are men who are saying, "Hey, like in Nigeria where I come from."
But why you say it as a help?
Huh?
Why you say it as a woman has to help? Why you call it help?
Where I come from, there are a lot of men who don't want their woman to work. They want to take care of the whole thing. All right, but for me, if you ask me my opinion, it should be 50-50.
I mean, I have a feeling like these traditional roles and mentalities have, in a way, misled us into believing some mythical ideas. Or now, for example, like there's been these trends that have been moving around on TikTok, like our traditional wife should appear, should dress, and so on. Like, and also I think we are diverting a lot from what the truth is and just diving deep into these mythical traditional ideas. I mean, way how things were traditional done, it's not the same way we're doing things right now. There was a lot of...
I had a fight with a girl one time with this kind of argument, and she said, I said, she asked me, what would you bring on the table? I was like, what do you think men should bring on the table? I was like, 50, and you bring 50. And she was like, then you're not a man. You understand? And I'll be like, hey, what are you saying? She said, hey, my job is to take care of the house. Your job is to go outside and work and bring money. And even if I work, the money is for me, but your money is for the both of us.
Oh, fascinating. I mean, the reverse question will be, what does she then in return bring on the table?
Was she European? Was she German?
I wouldn't want to.
I thought you got Martin.
We want to know. I don't want to go there. I don't want to go there.
We want to know.
Speak,
Can you give us a hint? Can you give us a hint?
She's half.
She's European?
Yeah. She's half.
No, but
half.
Where is she raised?
I don't want to go who she is.
I'm telling you, she's not being raised in Germany.
An opinion of a woman. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Not even just a young woman.
No, I think
there is many types, and there is many women who would prefer something and the other, because this woman is so diverse.
Exactly.
But I think that in today's society, especially in Europe, we don't have this approach of the man has been the provider.
Can I ask you a question? Would you be with a man that doesn't bring anything on the table?
Me, personally?
Yeah, you personally.
No. Because I consider myself a hustler. I consider myself that I go to what I want and I fight for that. So being in a relationship I have a person who is very passive, I don't see the same hustle as I see, will be very frustrating, because I think despite I don't want to enter in the stereotypes and role, me as a woman, I still feel that I need to admire the man I'm with.
Yeah.
So even if he's doing something completely crazy, if I do not feel admiration for that man, I'm not going to be fulfilled. Therefore, I'm not going to be easy staying with that relationship.
Crazy. I mean, we've drifted way.
So so I want to ask one question. Yeah, exactly. So I don't want to I want to bring it back to our key topic, right? So you're going to tell me now that if you are in a relationship, because a man can be in a relationship without having the sort of admiration you're talking about based on, person's drive, person's, motivation to achieve more in life, basically. But a man can be with such a woman and don't want, and not do anything outside and be loyal. So are you saying as a modern lady or as a modern woman, basically, like we're speaking generally, that would, see, equally, but then you wouldn't accept if someone is, way lower than your standard? So does that make you as a woman want to go get what you want more outside, or having that as well, or does that mean you leave the entire relationship entirely? It's
as a woman who succeeds or empowered, I would say.
Yeah.
It's very difficult to find a partner. And I know this is drifting the conversation, but since you asked me, I can tell you. There is a paradox that happens. That when a woman is higher in the level of education and earnings, the type of men she's attracting gets more limited.
Exactly.
But when the man is succeeding in their career, they are not only attracting women equally educated or equally successful, they're also very attracted to women who are lower. So, for example, incredible lawyer could be with a woman that is having a business that is destroying and maybe losing money every month, or that someone who has not the same level of education. Whereas a woman being highly successful, highly educated, you are not going to be happy. You're not going to be fulfilled with someone who is way lower than you. So the more educated and the more that you grow in your career as a woman, the more difficult it gets to find a partner. But as a man, the easier it gets to find a partner.
But why do you think it's like that? Why do you think women can date low and women always tend to want to get high, to date higher?
Because we need this admiration component. And the men don't need that part. They don't need to admire the woman they are. They just need some woman that would be loyal and they love them. They don't care that what they're doing is very small. Even they don't care if the woman doesn't want to work and want to stay home.
So, I mean, this also translates to why, I think Flextu say women cheat more, because now the essence is a woman can just find someone out there that they can admire, even though there's some things lacking, and still remain in the relationship while they cheat with, someone pretty they see outside, basically.
It happens.
Right. Which happens as well. I mean, I've also I think there was also a podcast I was listening to once where the person was like, a lot of this for example, I think the person was using example because they live in LA. So they were like, a lot of these people, women were married to rich people in LA, basically. Most of them have access with their Uber drivers, basically, right? They drive them from party home as well, right? So now my emphasis is if you're saying that, and then you're saying, okay, women, before they cheat, they also think of the emotional aspect as well. But surely you're definitely not getting everything. You wouldn't be getting everything from that person. You're on equal level. Exactly. So now you'll be like, okay, maybe I can get that motivation from him, and then I'll go get the good sexual part from below as well. So don't you think that also plays a role in it or not?
Maybe, but as a man, having more opportunities also mean more opportunities to cheat. You can be interested in anyone from the full spectrum.
So don't get me wrong, right? I'm not countering both parts. I'm just trying to find
suitable.
I'm just digging into you guys' perspective of things, basically, right? So I'm not saying one is more, one is less. So I have my own opinion, basically, that says men cheat more, right? But like you said, I also need to understand, all your reasons, and also try to show you some point that, this might also be a reason why I see where Flextu is coming from.
But you didn't even tell us your reason.
But
my reason.
No, my reason.
Yeah.
Guys, I'll tell my reason. I'm not going to tell my reason. I mean, like I explained. I did mention it in a way. If you guys were listening, I was like, what are the odds that I can get many women or any type of woman that I want? And what are the odds that a woman can get any type of man they want? And then at the end of the day, it comes to, if I want to cheat as a man, I'll have to put in that extra hustle to cheat. Yeah. That means sometimes it requires me to go even not around the block, but I have to go to a different city. So in a way, it becomes exactly to find what suits. Not only that, but so that my woman does not catch you don't get caught. But women, in a way, I'm not against it. That's not against it. But for them, exactly. I was like, I've seen this guy passing by in a hoodie. Maybe I could just stand by there and the guy would be like,
why they need to go to another city? That could be the same. The men can also find out.
I can also say the same for what you said initially, that if men can cheat in different, they can cheat with women in different stages. I mean, I can also say, well, those women in different stages, they can easily cheat with any man because they don't require the man to be on the same level. They can have different variations. It can be for big pretty, it can be for money, it can be for status, and then they can cheat. They have opportunity to choose whoever they want to cheat on in those variations.
Conclusively, women tend to have more opportunities to cheat.
Of course, because as a woman, you choose as a man, you only wait to
chosen.
to get chosen.
Sometimes
True. It is true. It is true.
I'm down.
It's like
You have been granted today.
it's like a look.
Exactly.
Alright.
My lady. I'm doing a service today. But eventually, it's like.
But they often think, man, it's easy for us to just cheat.
It is
Easy, but it's not easy to find the person
exactly.
to cheat
To
with.
find a person to cheat with. Thank you.
It's not easy.
Very simple. Why men stay single? Because they haven't found a person to be with. Why women stay single? Women don't stay single is because they want to stay single for a while.
You know,
A man who stays single is because, well, I haven't not find person. But
Not all.
a woman who stays single is because this woman has decided to stay single.
No.
Because there's a
I have preferences too.
No, I don't totally agree.
I don't totally agree
I'm talking
too.
generally speaking.
But
No, because generally speaking, I think people stay single. I mean, I think if you're not like a terrible person, there's always a chance where you find someone who wants to go, take things a bit further. Want to go serious, but then you don't go serious. But it's the same applies for a man and a woman as well.
True.
So I wouldn't say I wouldn't like put it in any other way, to be honest.
But I mean, being single, like in your approach, you really explained it well. Like I think it showed me a broader perspective than what I thought. We have a man, let's say for example, a lawyer who is dating his secretary, but his secretary cannot date a McDonald's guy. No,
exactly.
A secretary will look for a lawyer or someone even higher. And then we have a woman who owns a company, the CEO. She's looking for either a fellow CEO or even someone higher. Could be a president. So, and then we have, at the end of the day, we're left with women that are higher. They are looking for men that they cannot have, and we left with drunkard men that are down there that are looking for women they cannot have.
True. You can have it all.
You cannot have it all.
You can have it all.
And then eventually it all comes back to they're gonna fucking cheat, I must say.
So I would ask you guys one question. I will ask you guys one question now though, because I want to ask one question. So would you guys ever accept a partner back who was cheated?
Me, of course. Why not? Depends. Like cheating, there's often a reason why someone cheats. All right. And most times, like I said before, it could be that inside there's something wrong that you need to fix. Or maybe you are not doing something right. You understand? So if it falls on that reason that there's something that I need to fix, then of course I'll take you back and correct the errors. Yeah. But if it's, like I said, your character is to cheat, then we cannot be together.
All right. So how about you, Julia?
Yeah, I think very similar to that. If I'm having a relationship and this person cheated, but we understand and he understands, at the end of the day, there is also reason why this person went to somewhere, right? Maybe that's not the fulfilling relationship. Me as a woman is this point of view, but if something that we can work on it, I would definitely take back my partner but again, depends of the person I am, depends the feeling it's giving me, right?
Yeah, and when it comes to all this the cheating thing, the reason why I would say women cheat more is, why they say men cheat more actually is that most of the time, I'm sorry, I'm going to really make it hard. Of course, go for it. Most of the time, women are really targeting, like mostly in Berlin here, they are more into physical appearance, right? Like I would even say they are more into very tall guys, and they forget that in the market, tall guys are very, very high in the market.
Okay.
You understand?
In the Berlin market?
Yeah, in the Berlin market.
Okay.
Exactly. So what you're saying technically...
You want to date a tall guy. Meanwhile, there are other women who also want that tall guy.
Exactly. So what you're saying, it's a very good time for tall guys to be in Berlin.
I'm just saying, for example, do you understand? For example, you get it. You want a very handsome guy, but you cannot have it all. Some other women also want that, So it all depends on the man, and most of these men are not ready. A man must choose a woman, not a woman choose a man. Do you understand? This is how I see it. Because if you're choosing a man because of physical appearance, all right, what if he doesn't see you in the same level? You like him because he's looking good, and he doesn't like you because you're not.
Okay, this is what I think. I think you should always go to someone who loves you and not someone you love, because someone you love will leave you for someone they love.
No, exactly. This is where I'm going.
No. Sorry, what's your opinion on that, Julia? I need to know what's your opinion on that.
To go to someone who loves you
Not someone you love.
I mean, you go for someone who loves you, because someone you love will also eventually leave you and go to someone they love. So someone who loves you will stay.
Ideally, you go for someone who loves you the same way back in a perfect world.
Which is very difficult to find.
But look at the
also in Berlin.
The people change so much that maybe you choose the one who loves you, and after a while, they change their mind.
That can also happen.
That can happen in a way. But chances are high that they stay.
Men are like that. If you give an opportunity.
Exactly. Chances are high because
chances are high. If I see someone I like and I'm in a relationship with that person, it's difficult for me to leave. I'm speaking. I'm speaking out of my experience in my life, my lifestyle.
So that the fact that they love you more than how you love them, that's what you mean?
So this is the thing. Let me break it down to this. Yes. If someone loves you, they'll go to all extents to make you happy.
Exactly.
They'll do everything within their power to make sure
to keep
that you are okay, you're good. They'll at least do everything within their power. If anyone needs them to donate their kidney to you,
True.
But someone you love, you'll be chasing after this guy all the time.
Are you staying in a relationship for the mutual growth, or are you staying for ego? Because it sounds very ego.
I love that because I won't be able
to be for ego.
I believe I'm someone who believes that women can learn how to love, and we men, unfortunately, I must say, we do not have that thing in us. Women are people who, with time,
I wouldn't say we men though.
Women are pros. For specific people. Women are people with empathy. Women are people with empathy.
If a man does not like a woman, all right, he can pretend, but definitely he's gonna leave.
Exactly.
He's gonna leave 100%.
But I think it goes both ways, though.
It depends. Depends on the interest. What is getting back?
I'm telling you that women are smart. Women cannot live with you.
No, women are smart.
Like you. If a woman must see something that she likes in you before she might come to be with you. Definitely.
If she wants you, she will have you.
She will have you.
She wants you, she'll have you.
I'm saying exactly as well. Because
they do have that power.
They have the power. They have the power.
They do. And they really have that mind.
I'm not scared.
No,
I'm a lot.
They're very powerful.
Really, women are they're that powerful in a way that they make us look like small, tiny kids that do not think for themselves.
This is the reason why a woman stays in the house, letting the man father another child that he's not his for a long time, and he won't find out till he leaves this earth.
But at least they don't have parallel families secretly. I'm sorry, I'm gonna hold on that because you make it look like, oh my God, and no,
this is the power a woman has. Women are powerful.
To go an extra mile with that, in my culture, I've seen some incidences where women have known that their men are cheating, but they wake up every morning, prepare breakfast for them, wait for them until they come home. Give them dinner, or maybe even prepare their clothes and so on. Within this time, they have a lot of thoughts going in their mind. They have a lot of things they could do to you. They choose not to. But they can do everything within the power. So, and then you be there bossing around as a man, you're thinking, I'm cheating on my wife. She doesn't know.
Sure,
they do know. They do know.
Yeah, because back to what I said, sometimes living a relationship is very difficult. There is many personal reasons. There is many toxic relationships, and it's very hard to step out.
I'm against toxic relationship. Very, very against toxic relationship.
Everyone is against it, but when you are in the loop, it's very difficult.
Yeah, but
All right, guys, it's been a pleasure. Keep talking. It's been an exciting conversation, guys. I want to appreciate you guys for coming here and having this conversation with us. Yeah, I think I enjoyed the conversation, so I also think our audience.
And whatever I say, it's my opinion. Everybody is entitled to their opinion.
No, of course,
this is mine. All right. So if you see this video on social media, do not judge me or comment on. This is my opinion. You have yours. All right. It's my right to speak what I like and say what I want.
Yeah.
You know. So you're entitled to yours.
No. So the biggest thing we try to do here is we try to make our audience understand that people talking about their opinion from their experience and from their perspective, because your experience inform your perspective and your opinion as well.
Exactly.
So it's not as if we are just talking from a random space. It's what you've seen, what you've gone through, outside as well. So just the way Julia referenced, like some of like what she's seen with some friends that she has.
I recommend that she did well.
Yeah, as well as you as well. So thanks a lot. We appreciate you. So please, guys, remember to like, share, follow us on our platform, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, and subscribe on YouTube. And please leave your comment and your own opinion from your own experience as well, so we can get the conversation going in there as well. So we try to read the comment and I stay up a conversation as well. Additionally, so thanks, guys.
Thank you
so
for
let you. Do you guys have any last comments to everyone out there? I think you've given your comment basically, but if you want to give more
comments, people should stay away from cheating. And also, one last thing, women should fall in love with people being intellectually intelligent than just physical appearance. Physical can fade, but the mind, the brain stays. You know what I mean? It's very important for them to you cannot date someone who is not intelligent. You date someone who is intellectually, sound. You get it? But if you're dating someone who is just beautiful, what happens if tomorrow that beauty is no longer there? Then you find someone else. And it doesn't make sense. And this is where cheating comes in. And that's it.
All right. How about you, Julia?
Yeah, I think I respect every one of their opinions, and I'm looking forward so much reading all the comment section. So please feel free to write everything you feel.
Yeah,
we respect every idea.
Real opinion.
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you for having us also.
Yeah, our pleasure.
Shout out to Mr. Chris. He's doing good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Last time I was here, and now it's totally different ball. Everything has changed.
We've improved.
I'm impressed. I'm really impressed.
Thanks a lot. We're trying to keep it as professional as possible.
I'm dropping a new song.
Yes.
Right? And
oh my goodness,
very important to go on my page. Check out my songs, and I'm dropping an album titled "Life I Choose," and it's gonna be bump.
So, guys, I'm so sorry. I almost forgot. Flextu, I told him today he was gonna perform one song for us, and I almost forgot. So I told him he was gonna perform his best song from his upcoming album. So Flextu, I think we're gonna set up the mic now. It's not really
a song; it's a freestyle. So it's like
more like a freestyle. Okay, then when we're also welcoming freestyle as well. Right. So, however, I said you need to perform for our audience today. Sure. Yeah. So let me assist you in setting up the mic. Yeah. Or Chris, do you want to come here?
Chris, you will come by me. Nobody. I'll tell you, mate. Yeah. Now what you say? Monday. What you say? Monday. Yeah, see, I love that you have with African food. Big you like an Istanbul. Watch your knees and touch your toes. Why you put it like an elephant goes? Yeah, elephant goes. Jerry for she like that, and she want that thing like Isabel, Annabelle, Christabel, Ellie, Monday, my bar. Monday, my bar. Monday, my bar. Monday. Hey, know what you say, man? Hey, if love is a crime, that's what gonna be wanted. Love is a crime. If love is a crime, then I swear gonna be wanted. Love is a crime. If love is a crime, then I swear gonna be wanted. Love is a crime. If love is a crime, Hey, love is a crime. If love is a crime, if love is a crime, then I swear, gonna be one day. Love is a crime. If love is a crime, if love is a crime, then I swear, gonna be one day. I like the way you wind that booty. I like the way you wind that booty. I like the way you wind that booty. I like the way you shake that booty. Yeah, it's your boys in the suit. What you say, mate? You know what I'm saying? Man them bad. Brah. Could do it one time. I can't do
Amazing. Okay. Yo, guys. Honestly, that was
thank you.
Brilliant, man. Brilliant.
Thank you.
So please, we're looking out for his album to be released. Can you tell us the release date?
Actually, it's an EP.
Okay, EP. So when is going to be the release date?
I am still working on that, but definitely in 2 months.
In 2 months. All right, amazing. Yeah, well, please, guys, go. We will share his social media handle on the description, so you could always, you could go follow him as well, and try to track his music. I think you're on Spotify, Apple Music there as well.
Exactly.
So amazing one. Thanks a lot for coming and giving up a live performance.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Yeah. So let my amazing colleague close up our show for today.
Thank you. I mean, a lot has been said. I cannot stretch out how really important it is for you guys out there not to cheat. We don't want to be victims of your STDs. So please do not cheat. And of course, thanks for being here, Flex. Thanks for being here, Julia.
Appreciate it.
And again, a lot has been said. I cannot really add a lot to it. Apart from wishing you guys a lovely evening.
Awesome. So from me, it's a goodbye. See you next time.
See you next time.
Bye.